Are you guys good, by the way? You two? Like, were you guys drunk last night or something?
Why?
Because I was sleeping. Like, I slept early last night, but you guys just kept calling me last night. Hey, for real.
This guy.
Yeah, just go on with it, bro.
Come on.
Just go on
Spill
with
your
it.
bullshit.
Yeah. No, because you guys called me and left voicemails.
What did we say?
I mean, I have the voicemails
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
So, let's see. Like, yours was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
So, let's see. Make sure the mic hears this.
You, Ricky. It's Gabe. Gabe Castro. So I know it's late, but remember when you told me to invest into the Super League because it would be a for sure title win for Chelsea? Well, it looks like it's folding again, and I spent a lot of money to help support the league. Well, now I'm down 10 grand, and I just wanted to see how I can get my money back. So call me back, homie. It's Gabe. Gabe Castro. Peace.
What?
Like,
Bro,
That's freaky.
That's kind of scary, bro.
No, like, are you okay? Like, I understand, like, Chelsea's, like, down
That's-
bad, but 10 grand, bro? Like, bro, we gotta move in together soon.
That's crazy that you think I have 10 grand in my pocket, bro. In my
Bro,
account.
I don't know if it's Puerto Rico money. I don't know what's going
Bro,
on, but,
that's
but
wild.
you-
I'm gonna sue you,
No,
bro.
no,
but
please
you-
blame on, because
No,
I want to
no.
know.
you were just outrageous last night because, I mean, I understand why you made this call.
No, please play
because
mine. I need to know what fucking
Yours
AI
is-
engine you're...
You're.
I want to know what my AI voice sounds like.
Let me see.
You, Ricky, it's Jalen.
No. You.
Bro, that's
Dude,
what
you
answered the
100% wrote this script.
phone. No, bro, I'm telling you.
You wrote, no.
Did you want to hear what you said? I think you were
No.
drunk last night or something because.
No.
Hold on, here. Let me play the rest.
I
Don't
must
tell
be drunk
Gabe,
right
but
now.
I think I'm
I
gonna
need to be
support
drunk right
Wait,
now.
wait, hold on. Let me hear it.
You, Ricky, it's Jalen. Listen, I've been thinking, and don't tell Gabe, but I think I'm going to support Arsenal from now on.
You know what?
Hold on. Let me keep listening, bro, because I was just shocked this morning.
Chelsea have been playing with my emotions, and I think Arsenal is where I belong. Not because they're winning all of a sudden, but that was my team all along. Anyways, call me back. It's Jalen. Jalen Lopez. Okay, bye.
Bro, who did you hire? I need a face.
How much did you pay for this, bro?
These are you. Like, these are, like, these are you guys. I don't even know how to talk right now because I'm just shocked at how. And then
If I left a voicemail, no.
No, but then you called me
but wait,
again. You
no.
called me again and you called me back like 5 minutes after, and then you left this.
Hey, Ricky, it's Jalen. Not sure if you heard my last message or not, but just wanted to make sure you didn't tell Gabe. I know he would get mad, and I feel like that would jeopardize not only our friendship, but all three of us. We're the three musketeers. Oh my god, I can't breathe. I'm paranoid. Are you mad? What are you doing? I feel like your phone was off, so that's why I'm calling back. All right, call me back.
Who did you hire?
This is you, bro, and I can't
Please,
stress
please.
this enough. Are you okay? We're fine.
If I left
We're
a
never
voicemail,
gonna break up.
If
okay?
I left a voicemail, this is what it would be. This would have been my voicemail right here.
But then you left the voicemail again. Watch, no. He called me back.
This would have been my voicemail right here.
Show it to the
Manchester
camera.
United.
Show
I
it to
would
the
have
camera.
left the whole thing playing.
Manchester United
No.
fight song.
So he supports Man United now?
No. But I just like how we haven't talked about this we let it marinate all week.
No,
we
but
didn't,
you gotta hear the
We
other
didn't
voicemail.
address
The-
Man
the-
United
voicemail, man.
He called me right after you called me, bro.
deflections. This man is
Hey,
deflecting
Ricky,
right now.
it's Gabe. I know this is random, but thank you for putting me on to the Adidas laceless cleats. I've been struggling to tie my cleats for years, and now with those laceless Adidas cleats you recommended, I've saved half the time. Bro, it was so embarrassing, and I'm glad I can tell you in confidence because you're my boy. Also, thank you for being the best human being alive. All right, well, call me back.
Bro, you know that's fake because I actually hate your guts. I would never say that, bro.
Bro,
I
that's
actually
you.
hate
Is that
you,
not
dude.
him? Is that not him?
I'm not gonna lie. You had me in the first half because in the very
first one,
the
dude.
very
The
first
first one,
one,
but I was like-
I thought it was him for real.
Bro, I was like, hold on,
yo.
did I actually get drunk
You
in
guys
that?
are tripping right now because
Yo.
this is like I saw missed calls too. It wasn't just voicemails, and then you called again, and this one I'm like, why are you guys hanging out? Because then you called me while you guys were hanging out last night. I don't know why you guys didn't invite me, by the way.
Hi, Ricky. Wait, why did I say hi? Ha 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 ha, that's so embarrassing, OMG. Anyways, Gabe and I are at the bar and we're having a great time. Just two homies hanging out. La 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 la. Anyways, wish you were here. Sweet dreams tonight. Bye.
Bro, I'm in shock, bro.
And then he called me back right after that, saying, hold on.
Hey, Ricky, it's Gabe. Bro, I'm so mad. I'm at the bar with Jalen right now, and it's so embarrassing. He's talking to me like we're homies, but I know you're really my homie, Ricky. Man, I wish you were here. Anyways, I gotta figure out how I can get rid of this guy. Miss you. Call me back.
Did I just blow a kiss?
Bro, y'all were on something last night.
Damn, bro. That was crazy.
I don't know if I should be worried or amazed.
Yeah,
Like,
at first I was kind of scared. I was like, wait, did I actually said something like that?
No, both of you called me at the same time, and I was just like, bro, let me just sleep.
that would not be what I've said.
Anyways, welcome back. Welcome back to the World Class Show, episode 3. How are you guys doing?
Dude, I don't even know how to react to that, to be honest. I like,
Bro,
I don't
just
even know.
stay off the alcohol, bro. Stay off the drugs. Drugs are bad. Just remember that, because obviously you guys do this, and it's embarrassing for me to actually talk about this on the show.
Sure.
So, you
I
know,
just want to know how much. I just want to see that invoice. I want to know how much you spent.
this man high. Yeah, seriously, dude.
Bro, I will show you my bank account, and it's gonna say $0 on that. All right, but how was your week?
It's pretty good. It started off really good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I noticed it started off really good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I want to start the show by taking a poll. A poll, right?
Okay.
Raise your hand if your team is still in Europe play.
That's nuts, bro. You know what's crazy? Hey, raise your hand if your team is either in the top 5 in their league.
That's crazy.
That's
no one
nuts.
really watches La Liga.
That's
bro.
nuts, bro.
I will say, so I mean, we can banter back and forth all we want, or give the fan, or talk
That's fine.
actual football.
That's fine.
But let's get into the scores then, right? So Chelsea obviously lost today to Spurs.
Oh, we're starting off with Premier League game?
We can, or we can start with La Liga, which your team also lost today.
Well, no. I thought we were going to start off with just going back to the Europa League. I think that's a good start right there.
Sure. I mean, seems like
Because-
whatever we want to
because
start. But if you're
we're-
gonna start talking, last time we started talking about our team, but now that your team got eliminated and lost today, suddenly you don't want to talk about that first.
Look,
Yeah.
granted, we had a hard drive scare, and I didn't want to send this boy off a cliff, so I didn't bring it up. But
Okay, what he's talking about, so for people who don't know, we do world-class football, but we also do media work for local businesses and local entrepreneurs here in Jacksonville, Florida. And basically had a whole hard drive scare. Like, all my stuff was almost completely erased, so that's kind of a big issue. So if there's going to be some games that I don't know about, it's because I was having a mini heart attack throughout the whole week.
Coincidentally, Barca and United happens to be one of them, huh?
Yeah. Now, on that day, that's when I found out my hard drive was just completely just stopped working.
Bro,
And
we gotta throw up the picture because the screen showed death. Like, it said health 0%. I was like, how is it even plugged in? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But going back to football, for Manchester United and Barcelona, it was a hard watch because I think the first half we did pretty well, but then the second half it was just all Man United just going full force and knowing that they can win this game no matter what. And of course, it was just, we need to get rid of some players.
Wait, I got a question.
And go ahead.
Should the goals that Man United they have been stopped, or were they good goals?
I think they could have been avoidable. I personally think they could have been avoidable. And like, for instance, like the Anthony's goal, like it was bouncing around the whole box until he scored. And I'm like, okay, but not gonna lie, it's a great goal for that to happen, for him to execute the ball from our mistakes.
One touch.
It's a great goal. However, we made the mistakes, and we were making too many mistakes so that Man United can counterattack or put 2 goals through us and, making us look vulnerable. They looked at our negative spots on the field where we didn't have Pedri, Gavi, Sergio Busquets. He's slow in getting back into helping out the defense. they pinned those things out so that made us look very vulnerable throughout the second half at least.
So with them being out, do you think do you think Barca's able to keep up wins without Pedri and Gavi?
No, I think they can definitely keep up wins. It just now shows that it's time to make changes as far as our aging players like Sergio Busquets, Sergio Roberto. I don't know why if it wasn't for him being Catalan, he shouldn't be at Barcelona, bro. I don't think he but like his time has come and he needs to go somewhere else. Sergio Busquets, love him, but I think also it's time for him to move on or just accept the fact that he's not a starting player anymore. So I'm gonna just be completely honest. We have the players. Our defense is looking real solid now. Midfield for the future, I think we might need to make some changes there where those players go out and some come in. Strikers, we really need to focus on that as well because Varane, he had one great game in La Liga the weekend before and then acts like he can do the same thing against Manchester United. No, stop that. Rafinha, the same. It's just he's very inconsistent. Has a great game. Next game, it's tough for him to, do the same thing. He's just very inconsistent. And then I'm not trying to make excuses, but Dembele was not even there too. So I think maybe he could have made a difference there for Barcelona. But Manchester United really played. They played really well, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far they would go this season, especially after what happened today for them against Newcastle. We can get into that a little bit later, but I see them going far for sure in Europa League.
I think realistically, my prediction was that y'all were not going to go into Old Trafford and beat them. Yeah. But I think there was an instance in where I think it was Sergio Roberto, right? He took the ball from a bad pass and had a chance to score. It was right in front of and he just took one too many touches. And then Casemiro comes all the way from the, end of the box. Sprints all the way and blocks the last second shot. Like,
he's doing really well for
me. Oh yeah, Casemiro. When he signed for Man United, I was like, dude, what type of downgrade? Are you going from Madrid to Old Trafford? I mean, not to say that Old Trafford's not, Old Trafford's like one of the best venues to play at, but Man United at the time did not look great. And Ten Hag is cooking, man. Ten Hag is cooking, and
has to be like one of their best signings, honestly.
Yeah, total difference maker. Mm-hmm. As soon as he steps on the pitch, that team is completely different. And you can see how Casemiro has influenced the likes of Fred, of McTominay, right? Because all these players, like, Man United fans wanted them out. Like, people were tired of Fred. Yeah. And then they were calling the duo McFred. Like, that to me was always hilarious. And then Casemiro comes in. He starts in the midfield. And then, you can see how his, championship, attitude is influencing those around him. So I just don't think that Barcelona took the chances that they had to get rid of, not get rid, but just, kill Man United when they had to. Yeah. And then Man United just took advantage of, a depleting squad kind of with a bunch of injuries. And now Barcelona loses to, I think they're 15th in the table. What are they called?
They're
Almeria?
They're 17th or 18th.
Yeah, so they lose to Almeria, and then Pedri has a hamstring injury. As Chelsea fans, we know how bad hamstring injuries are with Kante, who has had a lingering hamstring injury for, over a year now. So I'm really hoping that is not something that affects long-term to Pedri, because if you don't take care of that hamstring, man, your career can just plummet. Yeah. So I think Barcelona had chances to, take care of the game, but they just didn't. Yeah. They just did not. They didn't take advantage.
I still believe they played a solid game, and even though with a tough loss this weekend, I'm not gonna think it's Barcelona's downfall from here on out. I think if they can win the La Liga, this year, in which they are looking to do so, I think that's going to be definitely a difference maker for them going into the next season. So I'm not mad about this result, but I still believe that Barcelona can still really put in a good end result to the season. So, but talking
You guys are not to jump too far, but you guys are like 12 points clear?
I think we're 8 or 9. I don't know after today's result, but it was because Atletico Madrid tied Real Madrid today or yesterday 1-1, and then they lost today. So I think it's like a
7 points.
7 points. So it's still solid, but I think now it's just now that La Liga is their only focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. You still got Copa del Rey,
Copa del Rey too.
which is against Madrid on Thursday. That's gonna be a good game.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But I think since we've won Copa del Rey and we won these titles recently, I think we want to get that La Liga title back in our name and really have that mentality back of being number one in their own league, and then also going into the Champions League, knowing that they're champions and that they can really just push themselves into getting out of the group stage of the Champions League and moving on and staying in the Champions League rather than playing Europa League. So I'm just tired of Europa League.
Can't even win that.
I'd be tired too, my bad.
But talking about Man United, you guys want to talk about the cup final today against Newcastle? Man United, Newcastle?
Yeah. Let's hop into it for sure. So 2-0. Manchester United, Newcastle. I mean, people were hyping this game up within reason. I mean, it's a cup game, it's a final cup game, but I think we all want it, and I think I can speak for all football fans when I say it. We all wanted Loris Karius, Karius to have a good game. We all wanted Karius to have a good game, but literally, dude, they put a warm up tape of Karius blocking some shots, and he blocks one and it goes past him. Dude, I think I fear for his mental health, as a human being, you know. What
No, but it's crazy how they just put so much into that story this week.
Yeah.
Y'all don't quite care about talking about the team. That was the main thing about Newcastle this week. I'm he's gonna be fine. He's professional. One final. You shouldn't bring up something that happened such a long time ago into this final.
I don't know.
If you really you put that amount of pressure into that player, it's gonna, especially a player like that who had not been playing for quite some time at a professional level or just sitting on the bench with different teams in the last 2-3 years. I think it's time to just give the man a shot and give him some hope, but don't put him as the center of attention for Newcastle.
Yeah.
I think that kind of affected him mentally going into this game, but
I think they talked more about that than they did
that's all I was
the
seeing.
stupid red card.
Yeah.
That put him in this position to begin with.
Yes, I think, and there were two storylines here, right? There were actually three, right? There's the Karius, right, comeback. There's the fact that Newcastle haven't won a domestic cup in 67 years, and then there's the fact that Man United haven't won a cup or a championship since 2017. But all of the attention was on Karius,
right?
Yeah. So I think they were just the way that they were kind of emphasizing storylines was different.
Yeah.
That it should have been, and it definitely put a lot of pressure on Karius. But I mean, he knows, especially going to playing a cup at Wembley and things like that.
Yeah.
He knows that he's a professional, but they counted the second goal as an own goal. So it's
speaking about the goals, the first goal for Man United was Casemiro at his finest, with a wonderful header, just being the first man to that ball and just scoring a solid goal for Man United. Really put a strong energy for Man United to keep going, and that's how the second goal happened. It was just that the amount of pressure that Man United put towards Newcastle, that unfortunately it was a deflection off the defender, and I mean,
I still think it was going in regardless.
I think so too, but I mean, keeper could have done better, but deflections kind of make those things a little bit harder. But it's a bit unfortunate for that goal to go in. But Man United were putting a lot of pressure into them going into the second half. Newcastle decided to wake up, but De Gea is also being solid for Man United as well. So, and then the defense has finally woken up for Man United. You know, Varane Martinez back there is making it a whole lot harder for teams to get through. So, Man United, especially after this whole week, they're looking real solid. Like, nothing but, like, good fortune for them in these upcoming months for them. And hopefully they, finish strong. Because it was a solid week for them.
I saw quite a bit of talk about kind of like people bashing Man United for celebrating, Carabao Cup. But I'm like, personally, I think to not have the trophy in 6 years and to kind of go through like the times that they went through, I think it's fully like it's respected. I would respect the celebrations that they're having, man. Like,
but it's not like they're not playing against a team that is like playing in the championship. They're playing against Newcastle, who are in the top 5 in the Premier League. So it's still entertaining, no matter what the trophy is. If it's Bacardi or something like that, or any title name. With the Scottish League, they call it the Viaplay League Cup. Anyways, it was still a solid game, and those teams knew that they were fighting for a title. And so why not? Why not go for it? So I think they played a solid game. It was a good game, and especially towards the end.
Yeah, you can't really bash them for celebrating. I mean, if Chelsea would have won, if Chelsea were in that position, personally, like, would it have hit harder if it was like a Champions League? Yeah, of course, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I would celebrate that more than a Carabao Cup, but I'm still gonna celebrate a title. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not everyone gets to do that, and I think it would have meant a whole lot more if it was Newcastle because they haven't won in such a long time. But the fact that Man United celebrates it that's just, to me, it's like a sign of respect. Because imagine if Man United were like, cool, trophy. And then Newcastle's like, damn, we haven't won anything in like...
Yeah.
And like, so I think that shows also the kind of like respect towards the competition itself. Yeah. That all these other teams are wanting to play because they know they're not going to play in Europe. They know they're probably not going to contend for... Yeah. These types of like domestic cups are a beacon of hope for these smaller teams that are looking to fill that cabinet with something. Yep. You know what I mean? So the fact that Man United, the likes of Man United, Chelsea, Man City, treat it like an actual competition, it's a sign of respect for the competition itself, which is why I don't want the Super League, because again, then these domestic cups lose all that value. So
I feel like we talked enough about it. Do you have anything else to say about the game?
Honestly, no. I just respect to Man United, honestly. It's for them to win Carabao Cup and then to be advancing in the Europa League, and then also to be in the title race in the Premier League as well. So
well deserved. And so before we move on to the next topic, in the topic of Europa League, like, who do you think is going to win now that Barcelona's out, not one of the big boys is out? We have the likes of Roma, the likes of Man United, the likes of Arsenal still in competition. Who do you think is going to take it all?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Yeah. So my pick, and I've said this before, my pick for to win the Europa League since the start was Roma. I think Roma was going to come out with the win.
I knew you were going to say Roma.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about that team, and Dybala's playing at a crazy level. So I think Roma's going to take it. There's like a more of an underdog type deal.
Okay. I honestly am thinking it's either going to be between Man U and Arsenal. Like, I think just the level that they're playing at, I think it's going to be one of them two, honestly.
Yeah. If you have to pick one, who would you want it to be? Say Arsenal? Like the voicemail?
Oh, God, no.
Bro, you said it.
No, not Arsenal. No,
you going Man U?
Yeah, I'm going to go Man U.
Thanks.
I'm going between... Right now, Man United, but then also, what's their names? Union Berlin.
Union Berlin? Yeah.
Yes. They played today.
Having a wonderful story.
They lost to Bayern today.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's all. I like that team. If I were to go on loan as a fan, I would probably go to Union Berlin. But
I mean, speaking of Europa League, Champions League did happen last week as well.
It did.
So we can turn back and go talk about.
We can cover our
and talk about Liverpool versus Madrid. What
said
do
it,
we
bro.
think about that?
Yes.
We were all right about our
Yeah,
predictions.
Yeah.
Instant classic though. I think for sure.
What that game was like,
Insane.
that game was drunk from the start. Like,
Insane, bro. I was at work watching it, and I just could not I could not take my eyes off of it. Like,
Are you gonna snitch on yourself like that?
need a
For
reason. Fire
records,
me.
for the,
I need a
for the
reason.
record, he wasn't watching the game at work. He was doing his job. All right,
They don't know which job I'm talking about.
they might know.
bro,
I know who you are. You say something, I'm snitching.
Bro, I think my prediction was that Liverpool were going to lose, and it all came down to the midfield, and that's what happened. The turnaround, like when the first 2 goals happened for Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken, the very first goal, or I actually the goal that tied it all against from Madrid, it was an error on Stefan Bajcetic. He held on to the ball for too long, tried to make a move, Modric took it right from him. You know, it all comes down to the midfield for Liverpool at this point. And don't get me wrong, Bajcetic he's a great kid, but he's only 18 years old. You know, going against the likes of Modric, and Vinicius and all these like wonderful like Madrid players. And I'm not saying that Bajcetic he's not wonderful. He's a wonderful kid, but it's just like you can see the inexperience of playing these like big games because he's just held on for the ball for too long, and boom, there it is, and then the counterattack, and the rest is history. So that was my prediction, and I'm glad that I was right
Yeah.
because I've been wrong a lot.
I mean, it just goes to show how in these competitions, any mistake, a little mistake can just really, really cost you. Especially with a team like as explosive as Real Madrid with the counterattack and be able to score like the way Vinicius did, just taking it on himself. It's,
Sorry.
like I said, I'm with Gabe. I'm happy. Pick right.
Nah, Real Madrid played like there's a reason why they are the kings of Europe because they played like. Make sure you cut this. No, but Real Madrid played like they are the champions of Europe. Like everything in that game, even when they were 2-0 down, they possessed the ball. They were putting so much pressure into the Liverpool defense that's why they conceded 2 goals. I don't know why Liverpool was playing so flat-footed or just not communicating, but it was just awful, especially in the second half, just seeing them play like that. Like, I don't know why Jurgen Klopp thinks that this is still the same team that was back in 2019 and 2020. Like, it's not. It's far from it, and it shows right now, especially after that game. And then they just tied against Crystal Palace this weekend as well. Like, I think it's time for either, I don't know if it's some players need to go or even the coach needs to go. I just think it's time for them to change a lot for Liverpool for a more what's it called? Just like for thinking about the future, especially long term. You know, longevity, that's what really matters for them. Because, for example, it's crazy how I'm using them as an example, but Real Madrid, they just won their 3rd Champions League, and you know what? We're like, this is the last dance. Goodbye, Ronaldo. Let's bring in Vinny. Let's bring in Valverde. Let's bring in Courtois. And yes, of course, they didn't have those first 2 seasons. It's going to happen because it's a whole new team, but they were still putting in solid results, doing solid in Champions League. And then right after that, they were able to win the Champions League and still possibly win the Champions League this year. Yeah. So if Liverpool wants to change something and not go back to how they were back in 2010 or 2011 and like have that long term of being just a poor team, they need to switch something right now. Like that Champions League final was the last dance for that team that has been solid for the last 4 years. It's time for them to now switch everything up and make sure that this is something that they can save and keep that longevity for the upcoming seasons. Because right now, they're looking like that 7th, 8th place team right now for Premier League, and they deserve that result in the Champions League. So, and they definitely need to switch something. Not sure what it is right now in the moment, but definitely
It's their midfield. Like that's that's the end all. Because their defense is still. I mean, they have some aging players like Matip, but Fabinho used to play in the midfield, but sometimes goes into the center back position. So, with Van Dijk, I mean, he's still.
Solid.
He's still solid. So it all comes down to the midfield. Thiago, kind of aging, always gets injured.
Yeah.
I mean, Henderson.
There's no real
Like,
insurance in that midfield at
there's
all.
no strength to that midfield at all. And they got their attackers. I mean, Mo Salah's gonna keep doing what he's doing. Cody Gakpo looking like every game he's looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez, I still feel like he'll find his groove.
had a great
And
goal.
they have in the way that the three of them play, like they intertwine. So sometimes Darwin Núñez will go on the left and Cody Gakpo will go as a striker position, but sometimes they flip flop. So I think they're kind of figuring out their attacking positioning.
Yeah.
It's their midfield. That's their problem.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. The midfield, some players in the back definitely needs some. I guess maybe go back to the basics. Gomez needs to.
Oh God, Gomez needs to go, man.
Needs to go. I don't know how he's
Honestly,
still.
him, Alexander Arnold too. Like, I don't know if this is just a patch for him, but his game was terrible. Like,
Well, in the first half, he was really
Yeah.
well. He played really well in the first half. I would say
I
that.
wouldn't say really well, but it was pretty bad. Like, especially I don't know, second half especially.
Second half was atrocious. Yeah.
Very atrocious, and even throughout the middle of the game, I don't know, and I think. Yeah, their midfield definitely.
Would you get creative? Like, if you were Jurgen Klopp, would you get creative? Like, Trent can play in the midfield, and I feel like he has that vision. Like, would you switch it up? I mean, at this point, it's like Chelsea. Like, you have nothing to fight for. So, like, would you get creative and play Trent in the midfield so maybe he can dish out some of those passes, hold the ball a little bit more, and not commit those, like, easy mistakes like Bajcetic did?
I would.
Or
I would.
do you let Trent just kind of, like, rot in the right? Like, what do you...
I mean, I would try it, but I don't think I have much faith in that really working
Yeah.
out. I think yes, try it. You got, like you said, you got nothing else to lose. They did that with James. Not James, Reece James today.
Yeah.
He was more in the midfield as opposed to like just in the left back or right back position. But let him try it out. But like I said, from what I saw and the way he's playing his form right now, I don't think it's really going to change much for him because it's simple passes that he's messing up on, just like decision making he's messing up on. So I think in a midfield position, like defense it's important, but he's making these mistakes
Offensively.
offensively. So I
It's
think
going to cost him a lot more if you're making those, like, easy mistakes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So because then at that point it's like, okay, if you move him to the midfield, who are you going to put in his spot?
I mean, and that's why I've been saying that he needs to be playing midfield, and then we just need to find someone to replace him back there, and that's maybe something that Jurgen Klopp and like the sporting director needs to really look at for sure this year, because even him playing in defense right now, it's just costing him even more too. So, but I don't know if it's Trent himself that's just going through a phase, but something needs to change in that defense, especially his position, so that we can focus on something else. Because especially in the midfield. So I think Trent should go in the midfield. I think he makes some solid passes, very decisive passes for the team. But, I mean, you're also right. Lately, it's just not been there. So it's kind of up in the air exactly what to do with Trent. I say he stays and, look at to keeping him or putting him in the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is defensively, like, is he not like, well, I mean, because you got Van Dijk, who's kind of getting old, he's coming off of injury. I don't think he really played that great either. And then, like, their entire defense, just as a whole, just didn't really play great. So it's like, if you get rid of the aging and replace them, you're replacing your midfield and your defense at the same time. So I think if they can address that, I don't think getting rid of the manager is the best choice in that situation, just because I think they're in this position to begin with because they've lost players. Like you said last time, like, you got rid of the wrong midfielder. Like you should have got rid of Salah and kind of kept certain people that you let go. But I think players really is what's making the difference here, as opposed to coaching and management.
So do you think, I'm not saying that they're going to fire Klopp, but do you think Klopp walks out?
No.
Because there's a difference, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's a big difference.
There is. I don't think he walks out. I mean, unless there's like a certain level of like disrespect or misunderstanding or blame that gets put onto him for this situation. I really don't know like what their signings was. It more of Klopp's decision or was that, front office? I really don't know. But I think that would be the defining factor. I don't think he should walk away. I think, this does not look like a situation that can't be fixed, in my opinion. I think over summer, if they really look into it, I really don't think that this is something that's gonna is gonna be hard to fix in the long run. I feel like it's just simple. Get some new players, change some things around, and it should be pretty simple in my opinion. I mean,
I still think. Sorry.
Easier said than done, man.
Well, yeah.
It's like Chelsea.
Being a
You know what I mean?
Chelsea
We
fan,
got the
trust me,
players, but we.
I know. Trust me. But I mean, at the same, that's why I say I don't really know what that front office looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chelsea, we got a yes man as the manager, and then we got Bowley who wants control when it's like, I'm sorry, but you have to earn that. You know what I mean? I know it's your money, but you have to earn that. So with Liverpool, I really don't know what that is looking like, but
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think Klopp is. Excuse me. Definitely think Klopp is gonna definitely look at the preseason. Really, I don't think he should leave. I just think that it's another hiccup season for Liverpool, and definitely make some changes. But I think, especially after the Real Madrid game, yeah, it was a bad losses, but it's definitely some goals that could have been avoided. But I don't think it's Klopp's fault for that. Some players are just not having that mentality of just giving it 110% in that game. Yeah. And some goals were even especially unfortunate. Alisson's goal or mistake cost him that part. And then also, say Trent not following Militao to that goal. It's that's easy. You can easily fix that. Club can get that to their side. That's just the player at that point. And just a lot of mistakes are the third. I think that was the fourth goal where Benzema scored his first, but it was deflected off Gomez and went in. It's that's unfortunate. Yeah. So I'm not putting too much on Club on that one. It's just I feel like it was mostly the player's fault in that game, and I think it's been like that throughout the whole season. So don't think it's Club is the problem. I think it's just right now the mentality of Liverpool is just not there. So.
Yeah, I don't think Klopp should walk either. I mean, there's no way you go from winning the league, winning all and then winning the Champions League, basically playing the same level. You just lost your best player, and so now you're trying to figure out how to fill that void, and it just doesn't help that Salah is just not. Salah is not playing at the level that Mane was. Yeah. Because maybe Salah needs that somebody else. He needs that, he needs that Robin to his Batman or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think Darwin Núñez can be that person, but I think it's gonna take some time for them.
Yeah.
So I believe next year will still be solid for Liverpool. I just think if they can make those changes for next year, I believe in it. But if I see the same players for Liverpool next season, it's gonna be the same issues.
No change. So moving on, I think. What do you guys think about the rest of the results? I mean, we have.
Be honest, I didn't watch Wednesday's games because that's when hard drive mentality started coming in.
But just to fill you in, I guess. We'll finish. So Tuesday there was also Frankfurt Napoli.
I watched that game.
You did?
I think Frankfurt really showed a lot of urgency in that game, and especially after Napoli missed that penalty. Yep. But that's how you know Napoli is a threat, because especially after that, they were still coming at them with a whole stadium full of Frankfurt fans, and I know how these Frankfurt fans are. but for them to do that at their home field, it's incredible, and they're going to be a big threat to. I believe Real Madrid are going to win the tie, and they're going to play Napoli, but that's going to be a big threat for Real Madrid because they're looking extremely solid. It wasn't not only Victor and I can't pronounce his name.
Kvaratskhelia?
Yes, but Chucky, he was showing off as well. I think he was man of the match of the game as well. He was looking extremely solid. I forget that he's playing for Napoli and he's a solid player. So for the team playing, cohesive and just sticking together and putting out a well-performed game, I think they're going to be the biggest threat. And unfortunately with Frankfurt, especially after the red card, it was game over for them at that point.
Yeah, I think they got unlucky with that red card, but it is. Do you think it was red card? Did you see it?
Yeah, he was going studs up.
It studs up, but it's where's his foot supposed to go? Yeah, so it's like a big ball. It's a 50-50 ball, but he steps. Where's the foot supposed to go? Yeah. But I think they got unlucky with that red card. But I mean, Kvaratskhelia, man, that second goal, the way that he has the ball, attacks the midfield, then at the last moment gets rid of it, then goes in, pulls in the midfield, makes the run, gets a really awesome ball to then control it in the in the keeper's box, right?
Yeah.
And then taco,
Drag it back.
back heel it, bro.
Do that again.
Taco, taquito, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're saying that because Chucky's on the team. You're saying that because Chucky's on the team.
good Jackie. I love my ways, man. You know what I mean? But, the back heels it, and then, I mean, the sweet finish, bro.
Yeah.
I
I mean, he was the playmaker, but you see how he utilizes the whole team.
but he's just so smart with it. Like, the way that he just attacks the midfield, gets rid of it right at the last second, pulls in the midfield, creates space for the pass. Like, it's just, this guy is...
He's on a roll.
I mean, how old is he? Like, he's 22, and he's playing at an insane level on the biggest stage. And yeah, I mean, he's only played Frankfurt, sure, and then in the
No, but he's showing it in Serie A too.
but in Serie A, that's what
Yeah.
he's playing against
Still
these
solid
big
teams.
dogs. So I'm really excited. Like, again, this is my dark horse team for the Champions League. Even though obviously I want Chelsea to win, I think Napoli will make it to the final. But if
Get
they
it up, my
got
boy.
Real Madrid next, that's gonna be a true test
Yes.
of their skills.
I would watch the whole game. As a Barcelona fan, I'm excited for that game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Really am.
And then the very next day, Leipzig, Man City.
That one surprised me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That tie surprised me.
We had them. I think I said 3-0. I think
Yeah,
you said
it's
4-0. Like,
Oh yeah, we were off.
we were way off, man.
But RB Leipzig was playing real solid as well. They want to show that Man City, like, they're not here to play around. They really want to show exactly, and they did. It's unfortunate the goal that Man City got. It was just really, it was Leipzig's fault.
Yeah.
So, but I think for them playing at home, it's a solid result going into Manchester.
I wish I would have watched that.
I watched the highlights, by the way. Sorry.
I wish I would have watched the after interview with Pep just to see what he said. See if
Oh,
he
yeah.
even cares.
Probably some BS, bro.
See if he even cares. At this
Pep
point.
talk.
Bro,
Yeah.
is Josko Guardiola the best defender in the world right now?
He's only 23, right?
Fact check right now. You got to get Christian to fact check us. You got to be there.
Yeah, you gotta help us out. By the way, guys, so after the first episode,
He said spell it out for him.
You should spell it.
by the way, guys, after the first episode, we had some technical difficulties. We decided to bring in our friend Christian Sanchez, to help out making sure that these cameras are rolling throughout the whole time. So we appreciate you. Get in the camera, get in the shot, man.
Throw his hands up so we can see you.
There's our boy Christian.
Hey. So he's gonna be behind the cameras, making sure that we are recording at all times and making us look good.
Appreciate
So
you, my boy.
We appreciate you, and
Hopefully looking stuff up.
Yeah.
yeah.
But man, all right, back to football. Guardiola, man, he's 21.
oh,
He's 21. Come on, dude.
it's obvious that he didn't let that Messi run in the World Cup
Stop him.
overshadow
Yeah.
him. Yeah, like he said, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go ahead and do my thing because, Messi, your career's almost over, respectfully. But I'm going to go ahead and do my thing and build my career. And he's doing that forever. I'm surprised that maybe, like,
He's gonna be the hot ticket item for the summer.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna go for Guardiola. I mean, I think Liverpool want him, and I mean, we know their issues,
Yeah,
so
they
they
do.
could use him.
definitely
Chelsea want him. I mean, I will take him, but we have enough
don't need him.
defenders. And I don't know if
I
he's
would
like
take
with
him
Man
over
City.
some
I mean, I'll take
defenders.
off some of us, for sure. I would. I mean, I think Man City want him too, and obviously, I'm sure Bayern will pop in.
Where do you think he would fit best?
Man, I mean, if we're talking necessity, Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine a Van Dijk, Guardiola. Oh
I wonder
my
if
God.
I wonder if that would work out for him, or if that would like honestly throw him off
Yeah,
his game.
and I think they both play on the left, so maybe not.
Yeah,
Because I think Van Dijk plays on the left as well.
He does, yeah.
Let me fact check real quick.
he does.
Yeah, they both play on the left side.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would work, but I mean, again, based on necessity, if you can get arguably right now the best defender, form wise, you got to go get him. No.
Liverpool definitely should go get him. I think Bayern Munich, if they're the hot ticket to purchase him. I don't think they don't need him. They have Theo. They have plenty of players back there for Bayern Munich. I think for Guardiola to really get a full 90, it should be at Liverpool because Robertson, he's going back to Liverpool, but still, like, he's definitely that player that's going to be a good, perfect fit for Liverpool. So.
Yeah, I think I just fact checking. Rumor has it Liverpool to move for RB Leipzig defender Guardiola. I mean, based on necessity, it's just it makes complete sense.
Complete sense.
I think that answers the question earlier too. Like they're definitely noticing it's a player issue over there.
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, definitely hot ticket item of the summer. It's gonna be Guardiola, and I think this is gonna be a very interesting summer transfer. So I'm really excited to keep this podcast and see where all these like big
Keep
names,
watching, y'all.
this is gonna be a great summer transfer.
Yeah.
But I was shocked. RB Leipzig 1-1. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
if Pep overthinks this, it could be over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, you know what I mean? Like they have the next line. It's not like it's tied 1-1. If Pep overthinks this,
Where are they going for the next game?
They're going to Manchester.
it could be done.
But I still my last week result is gonna be my result going to Manchester.
You think it's gonna be like 4-0 again? Or that's
4-0, yeah.
I could see that. They're very bounce back. Like
I still see
get
them
the
coming
first
out
half,
of
we're
this.
gonna murder
Yeah.
you.
Like
next round.
huge respect to RB Leipzig, but I still think
I think they
Manchester
come
City-
out of it, yeah. But I know we talked about the Premier League already, but Pep has been really not inconsistent. That's not the word, but his lineups have been like all over the place. Like Foden has been benched for a while, and to the point where he had to come out and defend him. I don't know if you guys saw it. Like people were like doubting Foden's skills. He was like, "Don't doubt Foden. He's still a star kid," but he hasn't played as much. Grealish looks like finally starting to find his way into the squad. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Grealish is not doing like he's been balling for the past month."
I hate that guy.
Like
He's been balling, bro. Like,
he's been balling. He's been creating shots. Every time I see him, he does a little pump fake that he does, and I'm like, "Bro, just shoot the ball," and then he does it. Like, and then I mean, Mahrez is such a baller. Bernardo Silva, Rodri. I mean,
And then that's
sometimes De Bruyne just comes off the bench. Imagine, bro. Like,
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
like, I don't
That's disgusting.
understand.
That is
That's what I'm
actually
saying.
disgusting.
That's why I'm still confident with Manchester City because you put players on this bench that it's not gonna be a huge issue. If you keep Kevin De Bruyne on the bench and then you bring him in, you're like, what's going on, bro? I thought it was gonna be a decent, like a solid game for me, and now I gotta deal with this guy now. It's like, come on now. And then, like, even with this past weekend's result, it showed that had some key players on the bench, but still put in a solid performance and put 4 goals in. So that's why I'm still confident with Man City moving with a good result. Maybe not 4-0, maybe a good solid 1-0 or 2-0, but maybe even a 2-1.
We'll see, man.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I think they come out of it, but again, like let's put it into perspective. Like one mess up or like overthinking, and you're out.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It'd be insane if he messes that up.
yeah,
But then we had Inter Porto.
Didn't watch it.
Inter.
that was a really fun game.
Yeah.
This was a game of keepers.
Yes.
Like the keeper for Porto, Costa. This game should have easily been Inter 3, Porto 0, or Porto maybe 1 or 2. But Inter, like the way that Costa played and just took all these made all these saves, it was insane.
Yeah.
So this is a game of keepers for sure. So it was definitely an interesting game. It was good seeing Lukaku on the score sheet. Maybe he'll come back to Chelsea and do that. Maybe not.
Oh, that's right. Lukaku did score.
He's still on our payroll.
Yeah. Again, sorry, I apologize. I did not watch the game. This is when I was having a heart attack. Sorry.
Still on our payroll. So it was good to see Lukaku score, but he scored in typical Lukaku fashion. He shot, hit the post, and then got the rebound.
That's why what you just said, I'm like, no, bro.
Bro,
hopefully
it's
he's
typical
not coming back
Lukaku
to
fashion,
Chelsea
bro.
and doing that.
He's
bro.
not. Yeah, he's not doing that. It's like the most Lukaku goal ever, bro.
I'm happy that he scored though, especially after the World Cup.
Yeah, man.
Like, because he's coming back to you guys, so you want him to like at least
There
feel a little more.
there's chances that I think they're gonna give him a preseason to try out with us, and if it doesn't work out, ship him out. I think that's what's gonna
I
happen.
don't rate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Champions League. There's no Champions League this week.
We'll wait to give our predictions for
Right.
the other side. But
sure.
I'm excited. I'm excited the results that we have gotten. There's a lot of them that it's honestly Real Madrid's the only one that's like
Set in stone.
yeah, like super lopsided. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty
Close.
pretty close.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it.
100%. And then we had MLS kickoff this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
So
Listen, okay. I watched the Nashville and New York City game.
Mhm.
Apple TV. Let me watch at least the highlights or something or somewhere because I'm not able to watch these games at
Until-
all
they
unless
don't-
I subscribe to them. But
Right,
a man is
yeah.
struggling right now.
yeah,
Man's calling up a whole corporation. Like,
Yo,
all about.
I know.
Let me in.
I know we talked good about it, but then for me to not watch the
Wait,
highlights
how did you even watch the game? Because I think
because it was on Fox.
There's one game actually.
Yeah.
There's a game on
Bro,
Fox
I
right
literally
now.
I looked at the subscription and I was like, I'm not getting it talking about jersey. So which by the way, we're waiting on our jerseys come in. I think pull it up real quick.
Tomorrow.
I think
Mine's
pull it
coming
up, see
in.
if it
Mine's
changed.
coming in tomorrow. No,
Did it
it's
change?
here. It's here.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Let me check mine because
Mine's here in Jax. Mine gets here tomorrow.
theirs was here in Jax and mine
good.
yeah. No, but mine said it was gonna be delivered same time as y'all Monday 7 p.m. But mine's still in Massachusetts, bro. Or
That's probably the
wherever
team that you're gonna
they
get.
go.
You're probably gonna get like a New
me
England
check this
Revolution,
right
my
now.
guy.
Let me check this
Get
right
ready.
But yeah, we're still waiting on that. Hopefully we get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll wait to see. But I was waiting to get the subscription, and then I was looking. I was like, yeah, bro, you really can't. You can't do nothing
They're
without
really gatekeeping
Which I
everything,
also realized like. So my TV doesn't have like the app, right? Apple TV.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
Well, you gotta get like the little Apple TV
box.
thingy now. Yeah.
Oh my God, Apple.
huh? Oh, for me, I
You
could
could
do
probably
that, I could do
if
that.
you have a smart TV. Yeah, you could probably do that.
Christian, we gotta mic you up
At this
so that when you throw in your comments,
Yeah.
like we
Yeah,
can hear you,
actually,
like
that's
the
not a bad
audience can
idea.
hear you.
We'll
No,
put a
no,
little
you
camera
good. No,
too.
that's good though.
When he talks, it'll just be a bubble that pops up. Yeah, so I just want to.
No, we're gonna put a mic on you next time.
So let's looking at the fixtures for MLS. Looks like Philadelphia. I mean, it's only one game, so I can't really say. But Philadelphia starting off strong.
I mean, they
3
did-
points.
Yeah, they played Columbus,
Yep.
so I'm not sure.
The Columbus Crew.
Columbus
I don't
Crew,
think they're
they're-
not.
yeah,
They're,
no
they're
bueno.
not very good. But Philadelphia starting off strong, 3 points. Inter Miami, 3 points. Nashville, 3 points. I mean, those are. I think Inter Miami didn't have such a great season last season, if I'm not mistaken. But I know Nashville and Philadelphia were always at the top. Atlanta, the Thiago Almeida, the 2 goals.
That was insane.
Oh my God! Like in the 90th too.
The 90th.
Both of them in the 90th.
That's that World Cup winner mentality
Yeah.
right there. Like that was insane how he did that. I was like, are you kidding me right now? And they were just 2 wonderful goals. So I'm happy that Atlanta won that way because Atlanta has such a huge fan base.
They do.
We should go to Atlanta to an
Yeah, I
Atlanta
mean,
game.
bro, they're really close. Them, I've heard.
Back up the car.
Charlotte actually has a pretty decent fan base.
They do.
Detroit has a really good fan base. I'm not going all the way to Detroit.
As far
but-
as a 6-hour drive,
yeah, I think
all the teams had a solid weekend.
Yeah,
Inter Miami, Orlando, Atlanta. Speaking of Austin, though, what the heck? I was rooting for Austin for that whole game, and then for their defense to literally pass it to the forward. Oh my
Such
God.
a FIFA like.
So it was a
looking
FIFA
goal.
moment right there. The
And they're
controller
at
just
home,
died.
too. Like they're at home, and I just can't imagine that.
But also, we were talking about in our last episode. We were talking about St. Louis, and you were asking, "Is that a new team?" It is a new team.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. St. Louis is a brand new
What are they
MLS
called?
team this year.
St. Louis City, I think, right?
Yeah, St. Louis City.
Yeah.
They are the newest MLS team that started this year. So what a way to start.
Yeah.
You know, with
Congrats.
3 points on the sheet.
Yeah.
Because
Congrats.
Austin went pretty far last year. So
Yeah, they were. I think they were up to the
were-
semis.
Yeah, the semis.
And they got eliminated by LAFC.
Yeah.
So, big shout out to St. Louis City starting off,
which that
with 3
game,
points.
LAFC, LA Galaxy got canceled.
Wonder why.
I wonder why too. But is it snowing over there or
In LA?
not? Like yes, in LA.
I mean, it does snow in California. You know that, right?
Brother, do you watch the news? Like, come on, bro. There's literally like
It
I
snows
watched
in
someone.
Pull up an article. Christian, pull up an article right now that is saying.
I watched.
Christian, yeah.
Was it a blizzard for it to be postponed?
Look around, not for it to be, but I'm saying around LA.
No, I mean,
I saw a TikTok today. Someone was like, "Oh, the trip from Las Vegas."
Yo, what the fuck?
See,
You
bro,
good,
tap
you
into
good.
the news, bro.
Wait, what happened?
Come here, let me see.
Yeah, there's a legit snowstorm.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Bro, the world is ending, bro. Look at this crazy weather in California right now. Los Angeles seems rare snowfall as winter storms come through. Like, bro, I saw a video of this guy driving from LA to Las Vegas, and it was literally like, bro, you would have thought he was in like Minnesota or something, bro. Like, it was
Minnesota.
It was crazy.
So wait, so it was a blizzard to the point where the game had to be postponed?
I don't know if that's
like
the reason.
get the orange ball, let them play on this snow. If Chicharito scored that,
Laps in Germany, bro. Like they'll play in like
that's what
blizzard,
I'm saying, bro.
People in LA probably were dying out there in this. Which that's not funny.
It's not funny. Yeah, I hope you're all good.
Yeah,
I say no. Sorry.
I actually don't know if that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? That was canceled. But if anything, that would be my thought. Is like because I've been seeing a lot of stuff about it. All the snow.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't catch up on the news. But
Yeah.
Watch the news, man.
I'm sorry, we're not political
Bro.
like that.
I don't know. I catch it on Twitter,
all this
like, all the
depressing
news
stuff
and
on the news
so.
all the time, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're excited to get our jerseys, and for those of you just tuning into this new episode, we ordered a random mystery kit from Away Days. Big shout out to Away Days, and whatever jersey we get from the randomized, order we get it, that's what we're gonna support for the rest of the season. So we're gonna try, that's how we're gonna get into the MLS and make the MLS fun for us, make the MLS fun for you guys. So I definitely encourage you, buy a mystery kit and support it because
Yes.
it's just I don't know, it's a great way to just kind of get into it.
Support the MLS, please. Like, it was exciting to watch those highlights or some highlights I could find on Twitter or something like that.
That DC United goal,
DC United one, bro. And the
crazy,
last minute of the game, I was so happy. I was relieved. Wayne Rooney, let's go.
That was a good game. That one was.
Yeah, that was a great game. So that's what I'm saying. Like, look, these are very exciting games, and so I understand the XFL is playing, but please support MLS.
Yeah.
Like get hype. Like the World Cup is coming to the U.S. soon. Like we need this support as much as possible so that this sport can really thrive.
It's in Jacksonville, guys.
What's in Jacksonville?
My package, bro. It says it's in Jacksonville. So
next episode will be the big reveal.
Yeah,
We'll be
next
unboxing
episode we'll be
those.
unboxing those babies.
dive
Yeah.
into our teams a little bit, hopefully. But I'm excited, man.
Yep.
I'm really excited.
Yep.
So I mean, yeah, we're excited for the MLS and so
It was a solid week. And
yeah, it was a solid week. But Apple be gatekeeping these highlights, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I
Bro, can
get
we
once
password share? Like, say if we
Hey
go
man,
in
don't
on one.
not on air, not in the air.
Nah, let them know, man. Let them know, man. Look, can we
I
password
mean, if we
share?
can password share, yeah, we can.
Because I don't want it to, like, I mean, we talked about how big, like, it is for them to be on this platform in general.
Yeah.
And to make these games
because
universalized.
last episode you did say like we're happy that Apple TV owns MLS.
Right. But it's like, bro, do it right. If you're gonna
Well,
do
yeah,
it,
like,
don't
I don't have
milk us.
with Paramount Plus. Not everyone has Paramount Plus, but they put the full highlights.
Yeah.
Like the full 16
on
minutes
YouTube
of
or
it
something.
on YouTube. They're like, you know what I mean? At least don't.
They're putting that exclusivity, which MLS for sure doesn't need right now. Like we need all the exposure we can get. So if you can put it on YouTube, please, so that we can know what we're talking about on the show right now.
They're making us work hard for these highlights.
Especially when you have all the games playing at 7:30 at the same time. Like I can't do that.
Yeah, no, all at the same time. Or like do like what is it, like how they have the Golazo one where it's kind of like you get
Golazo
to see,
CBS or
you
whatever?
get to
Yeah.
see all the games. That'd be cool, but I don't know. We should try out, see if we can.
Yeah, I'm down.
password
I'm
share.
down to do that.
Trial.
Yeah, or something just so I can. At the same time, I don't really know how the platform is, so yeah, excited to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
For
So
sure.
yeah,
Anything else you want to?
No, I mean, do you guys want to do goal of the week real quick before
goal of the
we?
week.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's start with you, Gabe.
Start with me?
Yes.
All right. So my goal of the week is gonna go to Vinicius Jr.
Respectfully.
Man,
Respectfully.
that
Earned dog.
that first goal, I mean, the way he just receives the ball and creates something out of nothing, and then just hit that bottom corner. I mean, that dude, goal of the week right there, bro. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
That was nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
That's my
That
goal
was.
of the week.
When I seen him do that, while I was working. I was just, man, bro, at that moment, boss could have came out and been standing over my shoulder. I'm not looking away. Bro. I'm locked in on what I just saw.
Not gonna lie, at work, I was watching the World Cup at work, and then like my coworkers started getting into it. At first, they were like, "Ricky, what are you doing?"
Yeah, no.
And then the next couple of weeks, they're like, "Hey, did Argentina win or did
when I seen they had it on the other side, like people were displaying it on their screens, I was like,
yeah."
like, bro, it's the World Cup. I don't care about.
That's what I'm saying. No, but then they actually put it on the big TV and like where we do our meetings, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're all doing this as a team now.
Team builders, man. But yeah, and honestly, one of the things that I really liked about not even the goal itself, but the way that Vini celebrated after, he just picked up the ball. Was like, "Let's go!"
Yeah,
it was a straight up golazo, and anybody would have been like, "Oh, like let's."
Changed the whole mentality.
Like it was like, "All right, cool. I scored this. Grab the ball. Let's go. Let's get another one."
It truly reminded me of like, I mean, honestly, it reminded me of like the seemed like he was taking the role like Benzema normally has when he scores, and he's just like, "Yo, come on, let's keep it going. Like let's keep it," because they were down 2-0.
Yeah, they were down 2. That was the first goal. Yeah.
So I definitely big ups to him.
Yeah.
So
that was my goal of the week right there.
Love that. Come on, keep it in order, dog.
My goal of the week is Oliver Skip against Chelsea.
Cut. You know what?
Well, like I said, I didn't watch too many like goals and all that stuff. I mean, games, and so it was hard for me to pick. I'm sticking with Oliver Skip because I mean it wasn't a bad goal, but actually I'm just doing this because you guys are Chelsea fans and you guys are struggling right now, big time. But I think my goal of the week would be Mbappe against Marseille today. That happened today.
Are you talking about
the volley? Where Messi assisted the beautiful chip over the Marseille defense, and then Mbappe. Man, that's like his signature now, especially after that World Cup where it's just a one-time hit on the volley. Oh my God, he hit that. I think he hit it with the left foot too. I don't remember, but anyways, that's still world class of Mbappe to do that. And
they were playing beautiful ball today, the two of them. Like Messi assisted Mbappe, Mbappe assisted Messi.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. Love to see it. My goal of the week would have to be, since you wanna play games, I'm gonna have to pick Anthony. First time, bottom left corner.
Seemed better this week.
That was a pretty good goal.
Not from Barca, but yeah. Honestly not. But before that, I was gonna say Casemiro. I think it was just him in the box. They won a penalty, or not a penalty. They won a free kick, and he got up and got it, man. Just headed the ball in, and I picked him because it also just speaks like volume of him, just like that focus, how much impact he has on that team right now, and how dangerous set pieces can be, bro.
Yeah.
So
man, big ups to Man United for real.
Yeah.
I know y'all been struggling for a while, so big ups to them.
Yeah. Happy to see you guys doing well again. Yes. All right, but I think
spicy.
That should be it for this episode.
That's a show.
I think we are gonna end it right here. And so appreciate you all. Appreciate you, Christian, making sure that these cameras are working throughout the whole time. We'll definitely get you mic'd up next show.
We gotta get you mic'd up.
Yeah.
Man.
So, but please, guys, subscribe, like this video, share it, please, so we can get the word out. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a special guest coming up soon.
Yes.
Sure we will.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, man. We got those jerseys coming.
Yeah, big reveal.
Thanks for watching.